Hey, remember when it seemed like Mixer was gonna take over Twitch? That ain't happening. What's up, guys? It's DPX or the 3PX, and today I got another DPX rant. This seems like something I talk about on my podcast, but I don't know. This is something big that I want to talk about, and I don't think by the time I do my podcast, this will be a relevant topic. But a couple of days ago, Microsoft just announced through a little tweet that Mixer is shutting down. And all its assets, everyone who used Mixer, all their tiers, whatever the fuck, I don't know how Mixer works, will be transferred over to Facebook Gaming. And it does make sense that they're shutting down Mixer, because Mixer was not doing shit. Also, Microsoft also wants to use xCloud. They can't use xCloud if they are using a platform that no one else is using. Even Ninja or Shroud are on Mixer, but they weren't pulling the numbers that they were on like Twitch or YouTube. Luckily though, they can go like wherever and not lose their audience because they're that big. However, I feel really, really sorry for everyone that just lost their livelihoods because Microsoft just announced that Mixer is shutting down and subsequently also announced that many people are losing their livelihoods by a tweet. They didn't let them know, and it's going to be shutting down in a month. The fuck? Something like this, you got to sort of announce like ahead of time, like way ahead, not just a month, way ahead of time. Because then you give the creators enough time to plan a transition to Mixer to maybe Facebook Gaming, or maybe they want to go to Twitch or YouTube. But you give them a month, and again, through just a little tweet. This really, this really does bother me in many ways, especially since like right now it's starting to slow down a bit, but the pandemic is still a thing. Cases have risen. They're still coming, and they're currently working on a way to deal with the problem. Yeah, but many people don't have their jobs right now, and so like that's a big deal already. So then Microsoft does this, and now more people lose their jobs. You may be saying, like, oh, why not just, they can just go to Facebook Gaming, as that's where Microsoft is partnering with, or maybe Twitch, or maybe YouTube, whatever. You might be saying they can just go there and their audiences are there. I don't think so. It's not that easy. Let's be real. A lot of you, I don't have a lot of people who watch me, but let's just say I did. Let's just say I signed an exclusivity deal with fucking Twitch to only go on there, not on here, not on Facebook Gaming, nowhere else but Twitch. I'd lose my audience, and I'd have to try to grow a new one. That's that's what so many people have to do now. And like I said again, Ninja and Shroud, their audiences are big enough to not have to really build new ones. Like, they can just go back to Twitch if they wanted to. They can use YouTube. They can go to Facebook Gaming. They could. Someone like me, if I wanted, I was actually thinking of starting Mixer because a lot of bad shit about Twitch came out. If I wanted to start Mixer, and this didn't go through my mind for that long. But for a short amount of time, I thought about starting a Mixer channel. I eventually didn't do that because who uses Mixer? That's why it shut down. Let's just say I did start that, and then they shut it down after Microsoft promised a great platform and everything. I'd be devastated. Or maybe not devastated, but if I was making like a living off of Mixer, I would be devastated. If I would just know through a fucking tweet that getting shut down in a month's notice. That sucks. And by the way, this is like, what, less than a year after Ninja signed the exclusivity deal with Microsoft and Mixer. And they promise that Mixer will be the next big thing after Twitch. Twitch started to go downhill. I noticed they're starting to, be a bit better right now. Especially since, they're not Mixer. They ain't shutting down. Twitch ain't shutting down. And they won't shut down for a while, I must say. Look, Mixer had its own problems. It just wasn't big. I'm sure it's a cool streaming service and everything, but like, streaming service, the streaming platform, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean. I'm sure it's cool and everything. No one used it, and even with such names like Ninja or Shroud, they, it, what you gonna do? The right move is probably to shut it down. But the way Microsoft handled it, by just making it a tweet and not notifying anyone else and telling them that they're only shutting it down in a month, that blows my mind. And my heart goes out to anyone that lost their jobs. Because that does suck. I don't live stream for a living, but like, what I do, it's not even for a living, but what I do is very similar. And YouTube's become a big part of my life since it's just so entertaining. I would be I would be devastated if YouTube randomly shut down. YouTube is kind of that's not going to happen at least for a very long time. I don't think YouTube's shutting down, but that's not the point here. You got to notify your users at a long enough, earlier enough rather. And maybe if you wanted to make the tweet now, okay, but you got to let like everyone know. You got to let your users know in advance that you're shutting down. So yeah, that was my thoughts. Let me know yours. See ya.